Oh my gosh. Hey, y'all. Hey, how are you doing? Hopefully, you can see and hear us well. I have the Amber Mimz on the show today, and I'm so excited. Hey, Amber, how are you?
Hi, everybody.
I'm so excited to have you here, Amber, because your journey has been such an interesting one, right? And you
Definitely.
shared today that you found me on YouTube in 2020, I believe you shared.
Yes.
And so finding you was such a breath of fresh air. I think the first time we interacted was I was doing consultations and you had booked one. And so we
Oh,
connected there.
yes.
Yes. And so me
Oh my
hearing,
gosh.
do you remember that?
Yes, I'm just like coming back to me now.
Yes. I think that's where, well, that was my first like introduction to
Yeah.
you. Cause we put content out there into the world. And so we kind of don't know like who's watching. And then we get to meet people in spaces like that, which is why I love doing consultations or one to one or working with people because we get to connect in a whole different way. I get to learn so much more about you, right? So that was
Yes.
my first, I think, my first like interaction with you. And so after that, we ended up working together, but we're going to talk about that a little later. If you can let us know a little bit about you, Amber, that would be so awesome.
Sure. My name is Amber Mimz. I am a creative entrepreneur. I am the creator of Hair Sprinkles. And I consider myself an artist completely. That just means that everything that I do is art. I'm not just the creator of Hair Sprinkles, I'm also a musician, a songwriter. I collaborate in different ways with art, but I am from Washington, D.C. And what else? Yeah, I think that pretty much sums it up as much as I can in like, a very concise kind of way.
Yeah, I love that you said that because you are such an immersive person. And so, what I love about that is it also reminds me of myself or the kind of people that I love being around. People with that good energy, creativity, a love for art and creating
Yes.
in whatever medium you desire. That's what I get from you. Can you tell us a little bit more about Hair Sprinkles?
Absolutely. So Hair Sprinkles was created in 2012 in my mother's basement, actually.
Wow.
Um, and yeah, so it was inspired by the B cap that was worn in the movie Crooklyn. And a friend of mine, I know, right? A friend of mine, she had sister locks at the time, and she shared that photo with me because she wanted me to help like style her. Again, going back to just being artist completely. She
Yeah.
knows that, hey, if I need, can you art direct this for me? Can you find a stylist? Can you think about what the hair is going to look like? So that was really more or less our kind of conversations. And when she shared what she wanted to do with the hair, I just basically explained to her she has sister locks. This picture of this particular style are two different things. And I was familiar with the look of it because my sister, as a child, she used to have that same hairstyle because my aunt used to do her hair in that hairstyle. So it was really more or less just trying to imitate that look. So we went to the craft store. We definitely started looking at very small kinds of beads. I was very much drawn to like pearls. And I was also doing a lot of like fabrication with heavier materials. So I was working a lot with leather. I was making jewelry. So I was working a lot with leather, with heavy like cottons, making bags, making like these leather bracelets that
Wow.
were wrapped with wire. So I was using my hands a lot. And sewing was something that my godmother taught me how to do, but in various different types of ways because she has an African clothing business. So it was
Wow.
really combining all of those things. We were in my mom's house, and just inspired by that photo, inspired by college friends who had their hair in locks and had like little
Yes.
small different adornments in their hair as well. So it was
Wow.
really kind of trying to take what I saw in that photo, put it to my friend who's getting ready for, at the time was like maybe her first big like kind of campaign shoot. I think she was doing something for like a alcohol company.
Wow.
And it was just trying to get this look. Like I'm the kind of person from a creative standpoint that's like, if you give me something, I'm going to try to figure it out. I'm going to try to, you know, put my spin on it. And that's where hair sprinkles was born from. So I did that for my friend. And she shared a picture of what her hair looked like during the photo shoot. Because it really doesn't, like the first time I did it, it doesn't look like anything like what it looks like now. It
Right.
was
It's
like
evolved. It's a
just
product, which is amazing.
yeah, so
Yeah.
it was just like mangly. It was literally on maybe maybe three of her locks, and again she had sister locks at the time. The size of the pearls at this time, I would never do somebody's hair with those size pearls to that
Wow.
size of lock. But I took that photo that she shared with me and shared it with my sister, and she had a hair salon at the time in DC. And I asked her, like, do you think people would like this at your shop? And she said, "Girl, I don't know, just ask them." And that was literally it. It was no, this is going to be this big fabulous thing.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to love it, and I'm going to teach like hell no. None of that was
Right.
none of that
Like
was in
Amber
my
the
mind at all.
educator was not even as like a
No,
thought
not in that
then.
capacity. No, not at all.
Wow. So what is hair sprinkles today? Besides
Oh my
often
goodness.
imitated, never duplicated.
Told you I was gonna be good today, Zaylee. I'm gonna be good. Hair
Besides
sprinkles
that, like what is it
today.
today?
Today it is a affirmation of joy. It is a way that a lot of women are using hair adornment to celebrate themselves, to celebrate their natural beauty. Um, I consider it just a way that is bringing a lot of people confidence, uplifting their spirits, making them feel good about themselves, creating community, creating a tribe, all through hair art adornment. So, be it through the service, be it through the educational platform that we have now that's online, be it through the different activations and pop-ups that I've been doing over the years, and collaborating with different artists, different museums. It's all just a way to affirm natural blackness, really.
Yes, I love that. It's such a statement, and your work is so intricate. Anytime I see you share content on socials, I'm like, oh my gosh, everybody needs to know about this. I think you shared a video recently, and I was like, oh my gosh, like it's such beautiful work, and you can tell that there's so much thought put into it, you know. And as you said, over the years, the product has changed and evolved and
For sure.
shifted. You know, it's such a beautiful thing to see the confidence that your clients feel, literally.
Yeah.
You know, when they and I see that people come to you over and over too. Like that in itself is so beautiful. And
Yes.
so I kind of want to ask you, what part has video played along your journey? Like getting on camera, sharing, like what does it do for you, if anything?
Mm. What does getting on camera do for me?
Mm-hmm. Or just
Oh
creating
man.
content, even like, you know?
Oh, I have like the way that I create content is so different now. I went
Yeah.
from feeling like the only way or only seeing just post a picture of your work.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty like I would consider myself I guess somewhat old school in the sense of like you don't need to talk about yourself. Just let your work kind of show for you.
Yeah.
Um, but that doesn't always work. Everybody, meets you at different kind of places and stages, be it in your own confidence, in your career,
Yeah.
in your level of creativity. But getting on camera for me now is invigorating. It makes me feel like assertive. It makes me feel like I know what I'm talking about. I think I for a very long time kind of hid behind my work. Like a lot of
Yeah.
people for many years, I would never post my face on my hair sprinkles page. I would post it on, post myself on my Amber Mimz page because
Yeah.
I'm a singer, a performer. I'm very used to putting myself out there in that capacity, but having to talk about my business, having to really share in a different capacity, was something that I had to get used to. And even just like putting my face on camera without even getting into any type of storytelling,
Yeah.
um was a new, just something I had to tap into inside of myself that was already there. Like I'm saying, as a
Absolutely.
creative, as an artist, especially as a performer, as a musician, it's easy for me to let it out through music, but through just like, let me tell you this, or let me explain this to you, or
Yeah.
let me come, share this with you from a different perspective. It took a lot of, if I'm honest, me kind of unfolding in a different way,
Yeah.
me learning myself in a different way, me learning how to have confidence that um doesn't come from what is somebody going to pour into me because I'm like performing, or things like that. So getting on camera now is one of those things for me that just feels like so comfortable, that I never thought would be the case for
Yes.
me.
Because you are, let me tell you, I am in awe of you on camera. Like now I'm like, oh my gosh, look at, like you're so confident. I feel your personality shining through. You're so authentic. You're so excited. Even when you're teaching or sharing behind the scenes, like seeing you in that capacity is so amazing. And I remember our first consultation call, and this is most of the people that I work with. I asked you, like, because obviously when I'm doing consult, I go research to see, like, what are you doing? What do you have out there, kind of thing. And after our conversation, I was like, oh my gosh, like, your voice needs to be everywhere, or just you need to be everywhere. Because when you told me your credentials, what you created, what you came up with, what was happening with people copying your work and all of those things, I was like, oh my gosh, like you need to get out there and own
Yeah.
that and own your domain. And seeing the shift from you then to now, huh, girl, it's so amazing to see you step out from, like you're saying, behind the scenes basically, and come to the forefront. What has that done for you? Like,
Oh my gosh. Well, first, thank you for acknowledging it, because it still is difficult sometimes. I think, like, depending on how I want to approach things, because there's so much in the internet streets, I should say, in terms
yeah,
of just like, you know, everybody sees things that they want to emulate or that they like. And in
absolutely.
this day and age of YouTube, Instagram, you have so many different platforms that you can just kind of hop on and be whoever you want, and,
That
kind of
part.
stake your claim. Um, but it was something I think that I definitely learned in your course that was so instrumental about, just, this is your world. Like, this is your universe. So I had to kind of reframe, like, if these people can get on the internet and be so confident about something that they were inspired, to do, like they've
Yeah.
had no training. When I'm thinking of people who might be DIYing sprinkles, just to be completely transparent about what I'm referring
I
to.
think we should talk about
Um,
it, because if you're open to it, are you
I'm
open
open
to?
to it. I
Okay,
think we
yes,
should.
I think we should talk about it. So Amber has a product which is amazing, and when I say it's amazing, y'all, it's brand, like everything is on point. And so her hair sprinkles, and I hope you like go follow. I think Sarah, my assistant, was supposed to put everything in the comments so that you guys are able to go to her Instagram and all that jazz. However, so what started happening to her is her concept was so amazing that people started copying it. But because Amber had done this for so long and perfected it, she knows all of the ins and outs. And Amber, correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm probably just, yapping at this point. But she knows the ins and outs. She knows how to do it correctly. She's obviously had people who went to somebody else and then came to her, and she had to repair the damage of what was done before. And so that's what she came to me with the first time we connected. What started to happen was her concept was so amazing, and she currently has hair sprinkles on. If you look at her closely, like it's so fire, y'all. Yeah, okay, there you go. There she goes.
There it is. There
So,
it is.
in order for something to stay on your hair like that, it has to be done professionally with someone who has been doing it for, a certain amount of time. She knows the ins and outs of her product. She knows placement. She knows everything. And so, what happened was the people that were doing it, their voices became stronger than hers. So she was in a position of like, oh my gosh, like how do I you know how like this is out of control. People are
Yeah.
doing the wrong thing. And I'm like, well,
Yes.
girl, I'm not seeing you speaking up. Like I want to know anytime I hear hair sprinkles, I need to see Amber's face. I need to see that this is the person, this is the owner, this is the creator, this is the founder. That's what I want to see when I look for it. And so she was in that place of, oh my gosh, like, what do I do? Amber, am I correct, or is there?
You are spot on, and I'm so glad that you told it better than me, because I may have been like, tripping over my words, because that's so accurate. And that is how I came to you. Like, I remember typing all of this stuff, like the consult, just the initial email, and then us having that, like, I think it was like a 30-minute
Yeah, it
consultation or
was a
something
quick
like that.
consult.
Very,
Yep.
very quick. But I had like everything that I wanted to say, because I was so
You
just
were
like stuck. Like, what am
passionate
I gonna
too. Yeah.
do? Yeah. But I definitely learned, even through coaching with you, that I can't be upset about something that I'm not asserting myself to speak up about. Like,
Yeah.
I can't just assume that everybody knows. Like, I was very much in my bubble
Yeah.
of the clients that I had. It was very word of mouth. Like, I was having my own, success, I guess, kind of privately. And again, to my, I would say, um, old schoolness, age, whatever. I definitely came up in the era. I'm not old, but I came up in the era where, you know, Facebook and Instagram and all of that stuff, it was very new. So I wasn't like, I was pouring into it from a different perspective, like I'm
Yeah.
saying, through music, but it was intimidating. It was very intimidating. And I had to put my big girl panties on and be like, look, you complaining about what other people are doing, but you're not getting in the ring. You're not fighting. You're not
Absolutely.
even fighting, speaking up for yourself. And it put me in a position where when I would see different content, my immediate response was anxiety. It was overwhelm. It was, you know, closing it down. I don't want to look at it, or like, don't send me these things, that type of energy. Where I had to really change my mindset. Another good friend of mine, Alex, um, she she's been so supportive, like, since the beginning, since like 2012. Alex L has been so
Oh my
supportive since the
gosh,
beginning.
yes. Alex
Yes.
is
And
amazing.
she, when people were kind of like coming on YouTube and stuff like that, she would tell me like, yo, Amber, some folks are like, definitely shouting you out, but this is an opportunity for you to also, um, like, take the reins. Like, these
Yes, it's
people are
actually a good
inspired by
thing.
you.
It's
So,
good press, bad press.
yeah,
It's actually a good thing that people are
exactly.
speaking about it. Yeah. It has a life
Exactly.
of its
Exactly.
own. And so now you get to insert yourself and say, hey, I'm the owner of this thing.
Right, right. Because it's not like, people, they just didn't know about me. And I think I had
Absolutely.
a misconception of like, you're stealing, where it's like, well, if I didn't know and it just popped up and I really like it and now I want to try it, there's no harm in that. So I had to remove the defense that I had. It was like
Yeah.
crazy defensiveness. Now, fast forward to now, that I've like put myself out there more. I've definitely made myself more visible online. I don't have the idea that everybody knows me, but I know I'm not like cowering in a corner, and not putting myself out there. So in me doing that, now I have the voice. And now I feel
Yeah.
so much more confident to assert myself and to educate, to start there versus
Yes.
like, trying to, I always get, and this is what I was saying to you earlier, like I always have Zaylee in the back of my mind of, even when I'm like doing different pieces of content where I want to assess what I'm seeing online, because I do have that authority. Like I have to remind myself, Amber, you have the authority to talk about all of this stuff. Like if somebody is coming online and saying, oh, this is how you do it, and all you got to do is this, and all you got to do is buy this and buy that, and I was doing that 10 years ago, and I know what's going to happen if you continue to go in this route even 2 years from now. I have the authority. I have the wherewithal, the knowledge, the experience, and you all are imitating what I've created. So I
Absolutely.
should absolutely feel confident in coming online and being able to say, this is what I'm seeing, this is what I'm assessing, this is where things are going wrong, this is how you can fix it. And hey, I have
The
an
solution.
opportunity. Yeah,
Yes.
I have a
I train, I
solution. I
teach,
have
I educate. Yeah.
exactly, exactly. So
So,
that is a little bit, of my, I guess,
yeah.
emotional roller coaster. Um,
And just for anyone listening, if you're just listening in, if you're just, it's the evening, just got off of work and you're just chilling with us. I see a few people in the comments. Hey, PJ. Hey, Neki. Hey, guys. So the beautiful thing about what Amber did was she was behind the chair doing hair sprinkles. And then she started educating. So she started creating online courses. She has a membership. Like she started doing different things. So she added in a whole layer of supplemental income. And that also requires you to be more visible. So it's beautiful that if we think about things, y'all, in the name of creativity and art, and we're encouraging others and ourselves to flow and create and give to the world around us with our creativity, which we all deeply believe in. We also can't be mad that people are inspired by us and are trying to create themselves, right? Because I know years ago I had long locks and used to wrap wire with beads in my hair, and I don't even know where I saw it or what. I just was like, oh, that
yeah.
would be fire, right? Because like you, I used to. So I think I'm streaming to Facebook as well. And on my Facebook profile, I have all my old pictures of like jewelry. I used to make jewelry. I used to make bags. I used to sew. So hearing you say all of this is
Same,
like,
yeah.
girl, yes, exactly. So, um, but I quickly realized, girl, this wire is heavy. It's pulling this lock, all of that. So you have to look, you learn along the way. But the beauty of it is having someone come in and say, hey, I'm an educator. And the way you did that, kudos to you. I see your creativity, but if you want that to really last and stay, I can help you. I do this, I've done XYZ. I have a product, and Amber has a full product to where she has all of the materials and all of like, girl, hello, you can get everything from her. But I also want to really acknowledge all of the feelings that you felt throughout that process, Amber. They're so real and so valid. And I think it's beautiful for us to sit with people and speak about these things so that someone can give you an external view of what you're experiencing so that you can move
Mm,
forward. And this morning on your Instagram stories, you were speaking about investing and, sharing with people how you've invested in your presence and your marketing and all of that jazz. And you were encouraging them to then invest in themselves as well. And that was such a powerful conversation, right? You have people that
yeah.
are watching you that are like, oh my gosh, I'm seeing Amber killing it because you kill it, girl. and
Thank you.
and like, ooh, and that's what we are supposed to be as creators, as creatives, as people who are contributing to the bigger vision of the world or the greater good of the world. Yes, we might be shy. I'm an introvert. I am so shy, guys. If you meet me in person, I am like the wallflower, literally, until I feel comfortable. Then
Really?
it's a kiki and kaka. Yes, absolutely. If you met me in person, I mean, you and I, we've spent a lot of time together over the past year
Right,
because
right.
of the membership. But yeah, if I didn't know you and I just met you, yeah, completely. Like, yes, I am super shy. Like,
I would never get that from you at all.
absolutely. Yes. And I think like even like creating online makes me even more shy because people have a perception of you built in already. So then you're walking into the room with that perception and it's like,
Right.
but yeah,
Yeah,
I
for
am super
sure.
shy in person and I'm also an introvert. So that's why I do the work that I do for people like
Mm.
me who are shy, overthinkers, people who are worried about things that we have no business worrying about. If I could be online and be visible and go live and stream and teach and sell online on camera for years, which it definitely was a muscle that I had to build, anyone can do it. That's my thought
Yeah.
process.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just so beautiful to see you share about like investing in yourself and encouraging your people to also do the same. Like, what are your thoughts about that?
Um, I so when I shared that on my stories, again, having Zelly in the back of my mind sometimes. When I'm even interacting in my stories, I can tell like who's watching the most or who's engaging the most. And sometimes I feel like it's important to just kind of say the things that, or I'm learning to say the things that so I felt like somebody may have needed to say to me, that I may have
Yeah.
needed to hear at some point, be it through education and the way that I teach and how like nurturing I am with my students, but very like real and hard with them, where I'm like, I'm not just giving certifications away. But those who work with me know that you're going to have a real educational experience. Um, and I think that in this day and age where I feel like there are a lot of people who offer, be it coaching, be it, download my this or that. It can be, and I've taken different classes where they give you the thing and then you never hear from them again. But
Absolutely.
because I've had such a impactful experience with you that has like really shifted how I show up, like not just on camera, but in my business, how I collaborate, how I engage and reach out to people, like just for how I engage with my students, the things that I want to, the way that I'm thinking of how can I come up with different ways to educate them, because the way that I think isn't as normal as I think that it is, and people need to be able to digest it easily. All of that was kind of running through me when I was sharing on my stories, like invest, because I think that it's easy for me to get like in the cesspool of trying to get you to buy something. Everybody wants you to buy
Yeah,
something, buy
absolutely.
this, buy that, and so it's not just about buying something. This is like, I would be doing you a disservice if I didn't offer this to you. It's more of an opportunity
Exactly.
for you to become more of yourself, because I've become so much more of myself. Like, be it through hair sprinkles itself and just allowing myself to be taken by this level of creativity, to be taken by what is so abnormal. Like, I don't know of another person who is a professional hair adornment artist. Like that's your profession and that's what you do for a living. I don't know. I know other hairstylists. I know other very talented hair artists. I know other people who can do some magic with some hair, but I'm only doing hair adornments. And it's been such a amazing ride. And the way that I've been able to really touch other people. Like, I've had people cry in my chair. I've had
Yes.
people share their war stories, from whatever they might be going through, and they're using hair sprinkles as their like vehicle to get through it, to get out of it, to show it, to feel affirmed by it, to move forward from it, whatever it is. That's the part that I'm selling. I'm not really like, I could give I could care less. Like, don't like let me rein it in.
Reel it in,
I could
girl.
really, yes, I could really care less, from the perspective of just like, oh, this cute thing. Yeah, it is. It's great. I love it. I think it's amazing. It's beautiful. But for me, it's always been about this energy shift, this energy exchange, and the opportunity that it gives to clients, but then the opportunity that it gives to students, to creatives,
Yeah.
to hairstylists, from a mental health standpoint, from a standpoint of, I'm thinking, when I'm what I'm thinking of is, hairstylists who have told me like this has been a different way for them to kind of shift how they're thinking about hair, how they are doing hair now. Some of them may have been getting bored doing the same thing over and over again, and now there's just this other way, and it's not so taxing on their bodies, but they can still,
Mm.
um have a return on their investment in a real way. It's not like, oh, I got this thing and now I'm just, charging $20 to do, these little
Right.
beads and
Talk
something
to
like
us
this.
about that, Amber. Tell us
No.
about someone that you've worked with, and because the beautiful thing about working with you is even coming like seeing you come full circle and seeing you sell on social and put up your receipts, like, you know, I've helped this person to accomplish this or this person to accomplish that. Like, tell us about someone that you've worked with who was able to shift because being a hairstylist is taxing, right?
Yeah.
And I love that. I love that you do the work you do and you just do hair adornment. So you can definitely help people to adjust their pricing. I know you have those conversations inside.
Absolutely.
Yes. Talk to us.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, well, first, the kind of shift I would say that I've seen with students being able to really
Yeah.
monetize and make real money. I have a student that comes to mind immediately, out of Dallas. She's a certified hair sprinkles artist. She's the only one certified in Dallas, but I do have other artists
Wow.
who are in Texas. But she got certified, and I want to say maybe like 4 to 6 months into her certification, she had a client who came to her, one weekend, and paid like maybe $250 for one session with her, and then came back the next weekend and paid the same amount. And so her clientele started to build. Now, she had a moment where it was just like, I think she and I had a conversation. She was like, I don't know, trying to collaborate with stylists has been difficult. Some people are open to it,
Mm.
some people aren't. So we had a conversation about that. I gave her some pointers of different things to try out. And then she started moving into like the kind of pop-up, business model,
I love
and
that.
doing different events and festivals and things like that. And when she hit that baby hit the ground running.
Right.
Like, she has been non-stop. Every time I'm on her page, she's posting an event that she's doing.
Wow.
And so, we've talked about how to how to approach that market so that I'm reeling people in. This is their first time. Say the event, lasts for, say, 7 hours. Obviously, you can't sit with one person for 3 hours out of that time or 2 hours out of that time. So you do different things to be able to reel them in, and then they become your returning clients. So
Yeah.
I work with my students from, if you're a hairstylist who is trying to kind of shift gears, or if you're just a person who, maybe has a 9 to 5 and you want to do something creative outside of that. The student that I was just referring to, she's not even a hairstylist. She, I think, was working in tech, and then she kind of had like a down period, maybe around, when was that? I can't remember when it was, but either way, she started to do hair sprinkles as a way to kind of generate some more income for herself, and it started to really work for her. And then with, hairstylists are really getting it. Like, they're getting it without hair sprinkles. So when you incorporate that into your service offerings, it really adds more, what's the word? Professionalism, because you're gonna have people, and then a lot of hairstylists come to me this way because they have clients who are asking them, can you do this? So, like when you go to a hair
Mm,
salon, a lot of times you're coming in, especially as a first timer, with a picture of some style that you want to get, even if you're not a first
absolutely.
timer. Can you style my hair like this? Um, and so that's how a lot of stylists end up learning hair sprinkles because they have
Wow.
clients who are asking them about it. And so when they come and train with me, we also talk about pricing. We talk about how are you going to be able to offer this service and really be able to make not just a return on your investment, but how are you getting people to come back consistently? What are you doing from a marketing standpoint to make sure that they know obviously that you're the person to come to, but also what are you offering them new? What types of adornments are you adding
Right.
to your offerings? What kinds of be it designs or styles and things like that? So stylists have been able to take it and run with it in a different direction too, because they already have built-in clientele. So some of the work that, you know, a person like myself who doesn't do hair, I had to kind of build the boat while I'm driving it versus a
Absolutely.
hairstylist who might have a built-in clientele who are already asking them, do you know how to do this? You're really just feeding the people what they want.
Right. Literally. Wow.
Yeah.
That is so powerful. It's crazy how when we become brave enough, we can actually change people's lives. Isn't that
Child.
crazy? So, when you wake up every day and you know that you have a purpose or a burning in your belly to share something or get out there and tell something or talk about something, um, if you honor that and you're able to change people's lives, your life can in turn change. That's the craziest part. And the other
Yeah.
crazy part is these platforms are free, honey. We could just wake up and say,
And just plug it in. Just plug it
absolutely.
in. Yes. I've
That's the
definitely
most
encouraged
beautiful
a lot of
part.
my students to get on camera more,
Yeah.
to put themselves out there more because, you know, it's I hid behind this is the work. And they should absolutely, I always encourage them to share on social media. But I have a lot of people who don't really share on social media, and some of them don't have to because again, they have built-in clientele.
Yeah.
But there are some situations where you kind of have to put yourself out there to be able to garner more consistent clients or more new clients because of the business model itself.
Absolutely. I completely agree. It's a whole different ball game when you decide, listen, I'm really going to put myself out there. And we do get comfortable with word of mouth, with referrals, with and most people that come to me, they're comfortable there, but for some reason they know that they need to. What was that moment for you, Amber, where you're like, this is cute. This is cute, but I know there's more for me, or I know I need to do, like, what was that for you?
Oh, I remember feeling like I hit a glass ceiling in like maybe it had to be around like 2023-ish, I want to say 22, 23, where I felt like, okay, something's got to give. Because I feel like everybody may have had like a boom in 2020, 2021.
Yeah,
Um, and then, you know, things start to slow down, and then you kind of maybe even see, you know, folks deciding to stop doing maybe their own businesses or what have you. um, but I knew that I needed to do something different, I want to say around that time, because I just felt like if I am making, like garnering, be it attention or earning what I'm earning from just my own organic marketing, what could I do if I really stepped outside of what I know?
yeah,
And again, it's the perspective. You have to have a mindset shift that's like getting out of your own head, getting out of your own ego to be able to really really hone in on the fact like, hey, this is cute, what you're doing is great, but if you're trying to really do this thing, you're gonna have to step outside of yourself. And I think that for me happened around 2023-ish. Um, yeah, I felt like I hit a glass ceiling. That's like the best way I could put it. I really felt
Yeah.
like all of what I'm doing, it's working, but it's not consistent. And that was like a big thing that I was searching for, consistency. I was getting more specific about my monetary goals. Like I want to be able to, what I wanted to be able to earn each month, what I wanted my years to look like. I didn't want to keep waking up and feeling like, oh, should I just do a sale because, it's getting tight. Like, what should I do? So, all of those things were happening little by little over time, and that's what drew me to you, feeling like
Wow.
it's time to do something different, Amber. It's really time to do something different. And not only that, it's time to put your money where your mouth is. Like,
Mm.
I'm a creature of, like a lot of people, like a lot of small business owners, we want to be an octopus and do everything ourselves. We want to
Yes.
make the graphics. We want to book the venue. We want to send the emails. We want like
Everything. We
just
want to
all
be
of the
involved,
things.
honey.
We want to be in control. That's
In
what it is.
control. Yes.
Yes. And so that was when that for me started to happen. The I can't, I'm getting burnt out. And I think vividly remembered like sharing different stories with you all in the membership about
Absolutely.
just my ups and downs with burnout. And through just therapy and prayer and like all different kinds of things, I learned that that's not really a healthy, way to continue going on. And so it was a combination of feeling like I needed more consistency because I was burning myself out, and feeling like I'm hitting a glass ceiling trying to be all
All the
things
things.
everywhere
Yeah.
all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, and oh, so just in case you're a little bit confused, we have a Brave on Video membership that my husband and I run, and we work with amazing individuals like Amber, and people like you who are probably watching as well. And so that's something that we talk about a lot. So in the membership, it is called Brave on Video. We do focus on content creation, video creation, consistency, getting on camera. But the beauty of working with us is that we do have all of those layered conversations. We talk about launching, we talk about product creation, we talk about building your email list, we talk about just all the things that come along with the process of it all. And the coolest thing is that we're able to really help because this is what we do day in day out. So we have the most updated processes, techniques, workflow, like everything. So you get to
Everything.
yeah, you get to tap into our brains literally all the time. And so these conversations aren't new. A lot of small business owners are so afraid to give up that control and let someone else drive the boat. And what happens is when you're controlling in all the ways, you want to send all the emails, you want to create all the graphics, you want to write the blog posts, you want to send the emails, you end up behind the scenes not posting on social media. So you have a lack of money generating activities. For me, those can involve posting on social media, yes, going live, doing an upload, hosting a workshop and promoting that, those things. And so I literally saw that shift happen with you. One thing I love about Amber is she'll come in, she asks her questions, she'll take her notes, and honey, she will hit the ground running. Okay, dust. Okay. You don't see her until you see her, online. And so that's the beauty of understanding what doing those things can do for you, like getting out there, letting people know you're selling something, being on a schedule, setting goals for the year. A lot of us don't do that because when you set
Yeah.
a goal, you're able to work backwards to hit that goal. You can say, okay, I need to go live twice for the week minimum, or okay, if I want to increase my income, I need to do this or do that or host this. Or so we would literally plan workshops. Okay, she'll come back. This didn't work. All right, let's switch that up.
Yes.
And so I love those things because I love sharing my brain in that way.
Mm.
That just I go to sleep feeling like, yeah, I've done the work. But just watching you and the way that you implement, the way that you hit the ground running, the way that you take your notes and you go do your thing. And this is in every capacity. We could talk about reels now tomorrow, Amber.
Tomorrow. Like, I'm not waiting. I'm not
At
waiting. I
all.
cannot wait.
At
No.
all. I want to ask if that's just a part of who you are. And so just getting the direction and being able to flow was like, okay, I got what I need. Now let me go, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, is that
Yeah.
innately just who you are as a person? Or,
Yes and no. I think it
mm-hmm.
has everything to do with the where it's coming from.
Mm,
So I felt so the community felt in alignment. The things that I felt like I needed, like I it was like I found my folks. Oh my gosh, this is so good. We in here. Oh yes, this is amazing. And I could ask the questions and get um, real time responses, and hear from other people, hear what they're going through, and be able to understand that, oh man, I'm going through that too, or oh, that's a great idea,
yeah.
maybe I should implement that as well. I think it was very much of the community aspect of it that pushed me to show up more for myself, because I also don't want to come back to class next week or whenever it is and have
Yes.
nothing to show for
Wow.
what you all have helped me think through in my brain. I felt like
Yeah.
not only is it a disservice to me, it's kind of disrespectful to y'all. Like, y'all are putting y'all time and energy, and not just you and Rio, but also everybody else who's committed to showing up every week. So it made me commit in a different way that I hadn't before. And when I talked before about consistency, I think that was what I needed to be consistent.
That
I
accountability.
Yeah, accountability is like, and again, accountability from the right sources,
People.
from the
Yeah.
right people, from the right community, who are also being consistent as well. So it helps for me to be consistent if I'm following you and you're continuously showing up, or if I'm following somebody else from my group and they're continuously showing up. It makes me want to show up more versus being in any other type of coaching cohort where maybe we don't have regular meetings at all, and it's just a bunch of people posting in a chat board, and
Yeah.
you only ask the question to the person who created X course. um, you know, Maybe if they have something once a quarter, or you get invited to be a part of like maybe a webinar that they're hosting to try to get more new people in. I really appreciated the what almost felt like one on one, but it wasn't, because
Yeah.
we were a group. It was so, you all have a real knack and talent and just passion for making sure that the people in your experience feel valued and want to be able to show up for themselves. So yes, a part of it is that is me. Like, I work hard by myself, and I think I've always been that kind of a person, because I like achievement. I like how doing
Yes.
good feels. I like how winning feels. I like how, like, looking good feels. I like how, like, I just love that. And that could be like the performer side of me,
Yeah.
and the hustling side of me, especially when it comes to music, because hustling in the music industry is,
Go
you
together,
need to be
honey.
on. Yeah,
Yeah.
you need to be on. um but so it was a part of that, but then also, kind of finally feeling like I found my
Mm,
tribe, my folks. Like, I feel that with my students. Like, I think that my hair sprinkle
yeah.
students definitely feel that, amongst each other. They get it from me, so I'm like giving it to them. So it felt so good to finally be in a space where I'm getting what I'm giving back.
I love that, Amber. I thank you so much. I really, really, really appreciate you
Yeah.
sharing. And I'm so glad I asked because um your answer just helped me understand even more like, okay, Like it's kind of like, you know what you do, or like
Mhm.
what you're providing, but to hear somebody else say it to you, it's like, oh wow, that's exactly what, we feel like we are providing. So
You're
thank you for
doing it.
that.
Y'all are doing it. Y'all are doing it. Seriously. I've taken other courses. I've not even just other courses, but like I remember like emailing people, can you be my mentor? Like just all
Mm,
kinds of stuff that I have felt so over the years rejected, over the years like
yeah.
who's going to help me, because
Yeah.
again I'm in such a my business is such a niche. A lot of the people that I depend on or rely on from a business standpoint are absolutely hairstylists, because
Yeah.
that was my first community when it came to hair sprinkles. But I knew I needed to matriculate. I knew that they've taken me to a certain level and now I need to be able to grow even more. So where am I going to, like I was yearning for that next
Mm.
tribe. Like who they gonna be? Where can I find my people? Where are
Yes.
they? And I found that in Brave on Video, like
We
committed,
appreciate you.
like what? Committed, like telling my friends, I can't go out this week. I got this,
And
like
y'all all say that, like, don't bother me on Thursdays because
girl, don't
I
bother me on
appreciate you.
Thursdays. I've had days
Oh
my
my
boyfriend was
gosh.
upset. I'm like, I'm sorry, class ran over.
Not
I
us
thought I
getting
was
in the
gonna be
middle of the
able to go
relationship,
out.
Em.
Girl. I mean, he's understanding. He gets it.
I
And
love
he's like,
that.
go
Okay,
ahead,
so
whatever you gotta
where
do,
can
get to
we?
your money.
Sorry, go ahead.
I said, no, he's understanding. He's like, whatever you gotta do, get to
I
your money, get to
appreciate
your
that.
goals.
Tell him we said thank you.
I will.
um, can you let us know like where we can find you, what you have going on next? We would love to
Absolutely.
know because I'm sure people in here are listening and excited.
For sure. Well, you can find me on Instagram at hair sprinkles by 2322. I'm also on TikTok at Hair Sprinkles, and my website is hairsprinkles.com. So honestly, if you put in hair sprinkles in Google, everything, everything hair sprinkles, you'll see me. The website, social media handles are all there. I have the hair sprinkles online workshops that are available all the time, 24/7. So if you are in the United States and Canada, we have people who are certified in Canada now, actually.
Wow,
So
congrats. Global.
thank you.
Hello.
Global, yes.
Period.
So, if you are interested in learning the coveted technique for long lasting, non damaging hair sprinkles installations on all lock styles and protective styles, you can head to hairsprinkles.com/workshops to get into the entire curriculum. There's so many different workshops. And I'm also hosting my first in person workshop on October 22nd here in Washington, D.C. So I haven't taught an in-person workshop since COVID, since before COVID. So this will be my first one since then. And it's an intimate workshop. I only host 5 students because I like to keep it intimate. And we only have three spots left now. So if you're
Wow,
interested,
y'all better figure it out.
you
Yeah.
better, if you know like I know.
That is amazing, Amber. Listen, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for hanging out with me this evening. Appreciate you so, so, so much from the bottom of my heart. And would love to have you on again whenever you have something to share or something to
Oh,
say. You
yes.
definitely have our platform as a place that you can do that. So,
Thank
um,
you.
yes, of
Thank you,
course.
Zaylee. Guys, this is such a full circle moment. Like I literally was binging daily all 2020. And here we are. Now I'm on here. This is like a dream come true for real. No lie. So thank you. Thank you for
Thank
everything
you.
that
I
you do.
loved
You and
having
Rio
you, and
are
I'm
amazing.
I appreciate you so much. All right, y'all. Thank you for tuning in. If anyone tuned in, well, not if, because we have Victoria in the building. We have PJ. Neki, who else? We have a few people here. So just want to say thank you to the people that tuned in. Make sure you guys follow Amber because she's just amazing. And just, I'm always in awe of her, her knowledge, her genius, and her beauty. So make sure you follow her. You can find all her socials down below as well. And we appreciate y'all for watching. Thanks, y'all. And to my replay viewers, I love you guys. Let me know if you guys have any thoughts, questions, all the things. Talk to you guys soon. Take care.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Y'all know I always struggle with this part, right? Turning the live off. That's the funniest part.
Oh, Lord.
Bye, y'all.